regular salt.
I know, but just get a new shaker thing.
Well, I'm not going to because I never use sea salt. I only use salt. This was for some special.
Yeah, put it on the list
recipe.
because they're nasty.
I'm not going to. It's more expensive and it's sort of specific. You don't pay directly for this.
Yeah, I do. Do you want to really go into that? It's like $6 or $7.
No, you can get it like you just got this.
Yeah, and I put it on the list for you guys to get cooking oil because it's safe food.
Jeffrey, that is not a safe
food. Yeah, it is. And
we can keep arguing. I'm not going to. Jeffrey, I get your yogurt. I get you meat. I get you eggs.
Oil.
I get oil. There is oil right here. You don't want to use it? That's fine with me. You want that?
The Crisco, you want to use
vegetable oil.
Pure vegetable oil, the thing like smells like that sounds awful. You're not even supposed to use that for
I don't use oil.
That's what you use for baking.
Well, that's the only oil I ever use. I don't use oil here. That's where we're different.
Pure vegetable
I don't. Okay, well, I don't use oil. So if you want oil, you can buy oil.
That's good. For lighter fluid.
Jeffrey, don't use it. You have to take some of your own money and spend it on what items you want. Okay? I don't use oil. It's rare when I use oil. Okay?
Put the salt away.
You have to learn to spend your own money on some things that you want to consume. Part of being a grown-up. What we do for you is not everything. We can't afford to buy you everything you want. No, we cannot.
That's why I don't get food stamps, because Dad's income is the highest income threshold.
Jeffrey, it doesn't matter.
Why? They told me.
We're not going to spend all our money on food because we have to think of other things like our retirement and the electric bill and the trash bill. There's all kinds of other things that you get for living in Goshen that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And we're paying for that. Me and your dad are paying for it, not you. Your $250 doesn't even go to your grocery bill every month.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, that was not agreed upon. If you look at what you signed, it doesn't say specifically what the money goes to.
Say what?
It says room and board. It doesn't say food. It says room and board.
What is board? What do you think board is?
It doesn't mean all of your food. If I provide you enough food to live off of, and if you want something special that you want to consume, you have money. You need to spend your money every month. You can spend it on food. You don't have this on. Why are you soaking it in water?
Marinating it.
And oil?
Spicy.
You only can marinate things when it's raw like that. No, it's already been cooked.
It significantly changes the flavor. It'll make it a little bit more salty too, and a bit more peppery.
Yeah, you could have done all that in the microwave.
Well.
You know, then that pan wouldn't have to be clean, and you wouldn't splatter, and then the whole house wouldn't smell.
If you want to use other vegetables, then you have to do it when it's raw. But if it's just the meat itself, I found that you can just do it this way.
And why don't you just do it in the microwave that way? I bet they do it in the microwave that way.
Because it needs to be heated over a longer time period. That's why. So you either have to bake it or you have to saute it.
I don't take everything you say as fact, okay?
Well, I don't know.
I just know that you don't know everything, and I wish you would admit that. You don't know everything.
I don't act like I know everything.
Yes, you do.
Answering your question.
Yes, you do. You act like you know everything and what you're saying. Like about the room and board and food, you don't know everything. You don't even know that. Turn it on so you can hurry up and get out of here. I don't want my whole house smelling like your food. Is that part of room and board? Did we agree that we would have to endure the smells of your cooking because you don't know how to cook properly? Is that part of that agreement? No. It would be nice if you wanted to be part of this household.
I am part of the household.
Emotionally. You're just here physically, honey. You're not emotionally part of me or your dad or your sister. You've taken a step away a long time ago.
There's no me stepping anywhere. I never really had a choice.
Yeah, you did. You could have been nice. You could have been appreciative. You could have been thanking us. You could have been.
I've done all of that.
No,
There's
you
no
haven't.
more I can physically do.
Yes, you are.
So I
But
just
emotionally,
don't talk.
emotionally, you can do that. You don't do it in text messages. You don't do it when we see you, which is rare. You don't do it in gift
Nobody
giving.
sees me. I don't have money to buy you guys gifts.
Yes, you do. If you
No,
could
I
spend
don't.
money on anything, that packages that come in, however much money you spend on those packages, that could be spent on a gift for your sister. You don't. You choose where your money is being spent. Whatever you buy that comes in.
When was the last time?
There was a package just delivered here yesterday or the day before. Is that to you? Yes.
No,
Did you
it's
spend
mainly
money
stuff
on
for
it?
sale. And then I make money off of that, and then that goes for other things like paying for my medication, paying for Ubers. But those are bills that I still have to pay that you guys don't pay.
Because
And you have paid for years. I had to pay down all of my debt for my dental bills.
How did you get
The
into
surgery?
debt? You chose to do all
to
that.
have a surgical procedure
And
so that my mouth would not recess and the bone would not
You
degrade.
chose a long
didn't
time
pay for
ago
that.
to not be part of us, to talk to us like a regular human being, to be part of us emotionally. You called the cops on us. You took yourself away from us. So there's no way we could hear you when you were talking about your health. It wasn't part of a relationship. You wanted to be your own thing. You wanted to spend $250 a month and give it to us, and you didn't want to spend any more money on your sister.
I have expenses,
or me and your dad.
most of them medical. I
No.
can't spend more than that.
You
That's
buy
why.
clothing for yourself. You have weird pants that I've seen you in.
Those were all used pants that I got for cheap bargain
So
prices.
I'm just saying,
Like
the
the
money that you
basically.
spent on those pants, you could have combined
I
and
got
got a gift for your
wardrobe
sister.
for like $100.
That $100 could have got your sister
Why
some
would I
nice
buy
flowers.
Stephanie nice flowers for $100 when I can have the same pair of pants that I've had for about 6 years now, almost?
Jeffrey, because you care.
I didn't have those
And you
pants
want to be
before
able
that. It
to
wasn't that I
show
was
your
wasting
sister that
clothes.
you
I had
care.
none of those.
You aren't even trying to be a brother. You're not even hearing anything I'm saying. You are just hearing yourself.
I don't have $100 to spend on flowers for Stephanie. I'm sorry, I don't.
You would have $20 if you wanted to. You choose not to, Jeffrey. You take your money and you choose where to spend it on.
I can't spend $100 on flowers for her.
What about 20? You could afford 20.
Can I buy flowers for
You
20?
could buy some kind of a gift for 20. You choose not even to look to see. I'd like to get Stephanie something. Let me look. Let me pick something out. Let me wait a couple months that I've saved the money. Let me buy it for her.
I've done that for Christmas multiple times.
No, you haven't done it. Did you get her a gift this year?
No, but I did it last year and the year before that and the year before that.
And did you get me or your dad anything?
No, Dad
No.
asked me not to get him anything.
But did you get me anything? You
You
done
bet.
anything for me in a couple of years? No.
No, I think 2
Did I
years
ask you
ago,
not?
maybe?
Did I ask you not to get me anything?
No, I just...
You choose not to think of other people. That's my point here.
Jeffrey, you get packages almost every day. Today you had
You're
one, 2.
choosing to spend your money on
and
yourself to make more money, you're saying. That's not a reason to not be part of a family. This is what you've done to us. So we can't hear anything about whatever you're saying about your teeth and the fact that you have cancer. We're not part of it. We're not understanding it. You have stepped away emotionally from anybody that loves you. It's very difficult. You're just paying $250 a month to live here. If we did not live here, I don't know where you would live. If we were gone, I don't know where you're going to live. But you aren't thinking of any of that. All you think about is, oh, let me buy that and I'll sell it for more so I can make more. So that I can use an Uber or go and get my medication. If you would have thought a long time ago about sitting down with us and having an emotional conversation with us and not being so, I don't even know what the word is, mean, and you're just not thoughtful towards us and a family.
Disrespectful.
And disrespectful. And you call the cops on us. And you threaten to call the cops. All of that is not part of an emotional family.
Jeffrey, there is nobody else that I know that wouldn't have kicked you out of the house a couple of years ago, okay? You are so lucky, but you're not even thinking about that, and you're also not thinking, one day, we're not going to be around. And you better start thinking about that. That's why we wanted to get you in that very nice apartment that was really cheap because your disability.
Yes, we were going to help you, and we told you we were. We were going to sign the paperwork. You saw the paperwork.
Jeffrey.
No, but what I'm saying is, did you even hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Then that would mean you could afford it. So
You could afford it. You absolutely could afford it because and you would have been in there, and you could have been there forever because they can't kick you out. Now, you're not even on the waiting list anymore because you went and took your
I'm
name
not
off.
considering them because the state is already.
Oh, stop it. You're an idiot.
No,
Jeffrey,
you're
you were a
wrong.
pawn. They told you.
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Barbie-
Okay, Jeffrey,
Barbie
all right,
told
forget about it. Okay, forget about it.
Yes.
He ain't going to listen to you. Linda, let me talk.
She does not.
Let me talk. He ain't going to, forget
She
it.
offered it.
He ain't going to even listen to it. You're an idiot. You didn't listen to him. Fine. You better start thinking about where you're going to live, okay? Because when we get it, one day we're going to say, forget about this, you're gone. Or we're going to be gone, and you're not getting this, okay?
You already know
Everything
you're not
goes to Stephanie, and Stephanie is not going to take care of you.
Sure.
No, it is true, Jeffrey. Do you know about
You're not caregivers under the law.
No, we are not.
You're wrong.
Jeffrey, there is no law, there is no judge who has said that you're a caregiver. All right, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Jeffrey, you didn't get
Okay,
it.
we're gonna kick you.
Jeffrey, you didn't get
I'm
that.
I'm not spending the rest of my life. Stop talking. I'm not spending the rest of my life with you around because you just make me mad and you basically ruining my life. I'm not spending the rest of my life with you in this house. So one day your ass is gonna be. The police are gonna come. I'm gonna have an eviction notice from a judge, and they're gonna bring you and they're gonna drop you at a homeless shelter, I guess. Because you're being an idiot. But what? Put it on the side, Jeffrey, Thomas. Put it on.
Already did. And now it's the highest level.
Let me talk to him.
It's an appellate judge.
Where?
How are you going to get
Show
an
us the
eviction
paperwork.
notice if
Show
the
us the
judge who already
paperwork.
ruled that?
You're an idiot. What? Jeffrey, what do you think I've been doing for the last
Trying to
35 years of my life?
He's a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer, you moron. You didn't even go to college, you dumbass.
They wouldn't even let me
Jeffrey.
appeal it.
Jeffrey, you
The
didn't.
administrative law judge has nothing to do with this.
No, it wasn't an administrative
You're an
law
idiot,
judge.
Jeffrey, stop. Where are you going to go when we're not here?
When we're
What are you going to do? What is your plan?
I don't know.
You better start thinking.
That's
You better start thinking
That's
about
all I
that.
really
You
have
could
to
have been
know.
in that freaking apartment, and you know it, and they told you could, and you just basically blew it off. And you better start thinking about it. If I was your ass, I'd get an Uber, I'd drive to that freaking place and get my name on the list.
They are out of the Medicaid transportation range for the hospital.
You're-
I cannot even go to the
You
doctor.
need to change.
No, Jeffrey, that is wrong. Hey, that is wrong because you brought.
December.
Stop talking. You brought that shit up to me when we were going to that, and I showed you, you idiot. Whatever. Hey, Jeffrey, you know what? I don't care anymore. I do not care. Jeffrey, stop talking. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Jeffrey, when we leave, you are going to be homeless. Moron.
Jeffrey.
You're stupid.
Stop
You're
talking.
stupid.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
I cannot go
Wait,
to
stop. Change the doctor. Change your doctor. Change your doctor. Change your doctor.
Where? You gonna find the new oncology center?
Yes, on the
New
North
Orleans
Shore.
is the
Hospital
top
on the North
tier
Shore.
one. There is no
Jeffrey,
hospital
you
doctor
don't
that I
have
can see
cancer.
under Medicaid.
You don't have cancer, Jeffrey. What are
You
you
don't have
talking
to see an
about?
oncologist. You don't
When
have
was the last time you
cancer.
spoke to MD Anderson? You gonna
The
get
last
proof
time
in
you were
writing that
there.
I don't
When
have
did you go to
cancer?
MD Anderson? Like, it was years ago, you dummy.
The last time I was there, that's what they said.
No, they
Years
didn't.
ago.
Were you there? Because you weren't.
Jeffrey,
You're
they
so
said there was
stupid.
no
You're so stupid.
evidence
Get
of
it in writing
disease.
then.
It said no
Go ask
evidence
her
of
It's not my
disease.
job to do any of this
Then
shit.
don't say that I
You don't have
You
cancer.
don't have
Everybody knows you don't
cancer.
have cancer, Jeffrey. Just stop. Here's a newsflash. Everybody
Are you
knows.
sure that
Everybody
that's your
says
statement?
Jeffrey does not have
Yes,
cancer.
we are sure that's
Not
our
just you,
statement.
Mom, but Dad.
Yes.
What? What are you
Jeffrey.
talking about? Jeffrey,
Okay.
nobody thinks you have cancer.
Nobody does.
Nobody. Okay? That's a
Nobody.
newsflash. Nobody. Your
Jeffrey.
grandmother, your sister, your mother,
The
your uncle.
doctor.
Nobody.
The doctor,
Nobody
don't
thinks
say
you have
that to
The
cancer.
me.
oncologist, if he said you had cancer, what would he be doing?
You'd be getting
Surgery
treatment for
or
cancer.
treatment?
And continuing
Treatment.
to follow up for the
Treatment.
conversion
No, there's
That's
treatment.
not
infusion.
There's treatment now for people with melanoma. It's
Yes,
pills.
the same
Are you
exact
taking the
treatment.
pill? Are you
Yeah,
taking the pill? You're not taking
no,
any
and they said
treatment.
that there would be more infusions for me, not.
Okay.
Then are you doing that? No, because
I've not
you
heard
don't
of it.
have cancer. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if
You
you have
don't
cancer.
have
What does it have to do with
cancer.
any of this?
You
Well,
don't
I mean, they
have
speak to me about
You
it
think
usually
cancer
every
patients-
year, so I mean,
Jeffrey, you don't have
I'll look
cancer.
into the
There's
oral
no
prescriptions
cancer
you're talking
treatment.
about, but
You would be on
I haven't
treatment.
heard that.
Okay,
Jeffrey,
cancer has nothing to do with any of this, by the way.
you could
So
get
by the way,
doctors
your
over-
disability is the other thing, okay? That's why they said you could move in there, because you had the other problem, the mental issues, okay? It wasn't a cancer, it was that, okay? That's why you qualify for that, and you still qualify that, if anything, you're worse, okay? So, you're the one who failed on that, you're on the list, they said, yep, you're on the list, you qualify, it's just a matter of time, and then you took your name off, and that's it. And they said, well, by law, we have to put you back on the bottom of the list. Your ass should be putting yourself on that list, because one day, you're gonna need that place. Because you ain't getting this house, and we're not leaving you to anything for this, okay? So you're gonna be on a homeless shelter is what's gonna happen. We don't want that, but it's all up to you, because we can't do anything, okay? Because you won't let us, and we
Because you're
can't.
over 18. We are not, by law, responsible for you. You didn't sign up for that paperwork. I think you did, but you didn't.
We're not agreeing to
We're
any
not
of
your
that.
conservatorship.
No, of course
You didn't
not.
do that.
No, conservatorship's not applicable.
Or we're not the other one.
Nothing. I never signed anything
We're
We're
making you my
not in charge
responsibility.
of you, legally,
No, absolutely
financially,
not.
and she
Absolutely
told
not.
you that at that last meeting while we
Absolutely
were
not.
sitting there.
Absolutely not.
She
Okay,
did.
well,
You
I'm gonna make my speech now.
videotaped it, so you can go back and listen to
Yeah,
it.
I know, I did.
Okay?
Now please, can I
You're
cook now so I
you're
can
so
do that for
anxious. You have so much going on up here that you can't even think straight.
No,
You don't
not at
have
all.
cancer. Then why do you think you have cancer? You don't. You do not currently have
No
any
one-
evidence of cancer, so you're
Yeah.
not on treatment,
Dave,
so you don't have cancer.
I just don't really want to argue about it with you
Why?
because
Why? Because your
You
mind can't allow for you to see the truth?
no, because no one's literally ever been cured of malignant melanoma before.
Yeah,
Sentinel
people,
lymph nodes.
they don't use that
never
word
been
cure, but they
Your
stopped
melanocytes
treating them,
literally outproduce
and they stopped.
your
Jeffrey, it's been
lymphocytes.
15 years from the original. If you were gonna have it show evidence, it would have showed by now. And you'd
Your
be
body
in treatment.
continuously fights it off. And
But
then
that
they
doesn't mean you
follow
have
up.
it?
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't mean
If
that.
your body's continuously fighting
But you
something
don't know
off,
that. What's your proof that your body is continuously fighting off the
white
melanoma?
cell count,
No, you
body
have
response
fine.
rate to, and the monocytes,
Jeffrey,
other
you're
stuff on
fine
my
with
blood
all your
work, that's
numbers.
why
All
they
your
always,
blood work is fine. Otherwise, they'd be hauling you in there, doing
which is
more
what they did
tests.
with the COVID vaccine. They looked at my blood work and they immediately got me on the extremely
Oh,
advanced
wow.
alpha version of it.
That's just a vaccine to get you to not get COVID. You
Took
don't
one look at the
have,
blood work and
you don't,
they
at that moment, maybe you had a little virus, but you don't have,
no, that
cancer.
was just my normal number.
and that's a
And that's
pharmacist,
why.
it's not a doctor.
No, but even he had
You're
enough
seeing an
basic
oncologist
knowledge
now,
biology-wise.
you're being followed because they want to check your numbers in
They're trained
your
enough to
blood.
know
No,
from
they
the
don't.
results that the physician
Jeffrey,
sent over,
you're
and the
just
physician
jumping,
sent it over.
in your mind, you're jumping to, oh, I have cancer, that's confirmation that I have cancer. You don't. You had
Yes,
childhood
that's
cancer.
actual
You were 10 and a
confirmation.
half.
That's what?
No, it's not.
You're gonna
No,
get an
it's not.
oncologist to say
Jeffrey, yes, you do need an oncologist to say you have cancer. You
they
do.
haven't said I don't have cancer. They've never treated me
No,
like
they
I
need to
don't.
say you have cancer. Is anybody currently saying Jeffrey is with cancer right now? No, because you don't have evidence.
Yeah, my current doctor.
Jeffrey, you
all
don't
this
have evidence. Jeffrey,
My
Jeffrey, you
actual
know what's
status
going on
still
in
hasn't
here?
changed.
You don't see a
Currently
psychiatrist.
undergoing
If you saw a
treatment.
psychiatrist, they'd be
Yeah,
talking to you
I
about
do
this.
see it
Not on a regular
every
basis.
year for
Once a
follow-up.
month. No. Once a month, once a
Why
week,
would I
talk
see an
about this.
why would I
Because
see
you
a
think you have
psychiatrist
cancer and you
once a
don't.
month?
Jeffrey,
If
people
you
that have
feel
mental
that-
illness
if
see
you feel
psychiatrists.
that I have a mental illness, you should bring that up to a doctor yourself.
Jeffrey, what good would that do for you?
I don't know.
You're the one that needs
Because that's-
help.
I don't
need help.
try to diagnose people with psychiatric problems, Mom.
You're diagnosing yourself with cancer. You don't have
No,
cancer.
I
Jeffrey, you
have
don't.
never done that.
You
I
are right now.
have
If you
the
think you have,
diagnosis.
no, you
I
don't.
have all
Not
the
now.
indications,
You
and I was
don't.
never
You
cured of
don't.
the cancer initially.
Jeffrey, there's
So
no evidence
where
of
did the
disease.
cancer go?
It-
No, Mom, that's
it
specifically
was
for
killed.
large tumors
Jeffrey, it was
that are
killed
seen
from
under
the
an
treatment.
X-ray.
It was killed from the
It's-
treatment and the surgery. You did those two things. You were
That's
lucky that the
not
surgeons got it
how
all.
it
Yes,
works.
it does help. If we didn't have your lymph nodes pulled, yes.
Mom, they still saw it on contrast with Ross. It says so in his
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. The last time we saw
That's
him,
why we proceeded.
the last time we saw him, he said there was no evidence of disease. You could
Mom,
be followed by
that
children.
we
And
need
later.
to X-rays and less MRI.
Look, I'm walking away
It
because
was
I'm
the
tired of
radiology
because I'm
definition.
tired of
No
this
evidence of
conversation.
disease in
Jeffrey,
physiology
you
does
don't.
not mean
Your
the
friends know you
pathogen
don't
is
have
gone.
cancer. Jeffrey, if
We
you have
learned
evidence
that
of
in
it,
high school.
but it doesn't apply right now to you. You do not
No,
have
that's
evidence of cancer.
Mom, that
I don't have evidence of cancer. Is my body fighting a form of cancer I don't know about? Okay. But
could possibly be, but it's unlikely.
it's unlikely that your body is fighting off melanoma right now.
No, because it's an incurable type of cancer that you can't actively get a higher response than it.
Well, anyway.
It just divides faster than
Why
all
were
the
you
other cells
afraid
in
to
your
sign
body.
up at that apartment? Really, what's the reason? I think it was fear.
No,
You're afraid of being by yourself.
there's the actual
What?
mileage issues that
No,
I
you could
am
change
still
doctors
working.
over here. You could change
I
doctors
can't.
over here. Yes, you can.
I do not have access to Ochsner's facilities. On Medicaid, they do not have the contract. I cannot see them.
Jeffrey, there are other
I can
doctors.
only
You don't
go
have
for
to see
research
Ochsner doctors.
tools.
You can see other doctors. There are other
I
doctors
have
over here.
A single doctor that is not affiliated
Jeffrey,
with LSU
Jeffrey,
and
we could
research.
find you one over here in the North Shore, but you choose not to.
They don't see Medicaid, Mom.
They will if you.
They don't see the VA insurance
Okay,
either.
whatever. Doesn't matter. Anything that
They
we
use
say is
private
wrong. Just know that
insurance.
you really truly are getting nothing from me and your dad.
I heard you loud and clear.
And your
okay?
sister is told not to take care of you unless we have already got you established in an apartment and we have a regular
But I
monthly
cannot
thing.
move farther than we already are because
Well,
I
fine.
was just
We'll
denied.
make sure that the sheriff dumps you in one of the men's homes on the South Shore, so that way you can go to those doctors that you want to go to, because you feel there are none around here, which is not true. You're going to be poor.
I'm already
cold.
poor. I'm already cold a lot of times.
You won't have us to back you up, because once we wash our hands of you literally and you're out of our house, because it'll be us.
Mom, you've already not paid for my medicine. You've already not paid for surgery.
Oh, so
You've
then
not-
it can't be worse. Okay. So
No,
you're
it
saying
can be
it can be worse.
But
Okay.
having
we'll
a
have no
lesser
problem with
stable
it.
environment and removing me from the stable environment is probably just not what's going to happen, because I will die.
Okay.
And I just don't believe that local law enforcement will be enforcing any removal of me,
Yes.
as I am not a threat to you or a risk.
But you rent from us and we can evict you because we have a signed document that you're paying us. So we can
I
evict you.
just don't.
When we're ready,
yeah.
when we want to sell our house, we're going to evict you.
Just like
You're
every
gonna go
other time
somewhere
someone
else.
tries to evict their aging individuals that are also on Social Security, usually it just does not work out
It
that way.
doesn't work
usually
good for
ends up
you.
in a conviction for the caregiver.
No, it
even
isn't.
if
We're
they're
not a
otherwise.
caregiver.
You
We're
are
just
under
two.
the state.
No, we're
That's
not.
the state
You
says
did.
so. That's
No,
why
give me the document that says I'm your
I was
caregiver.
in front of a judge and
Jeffrey.
denied long-term personal care services.
Jeffrey,
even
give
though
me
they
the
oppose
documentation.
fact that
Jeffrey,
I qualify.
I need the documentation that says I'm a caregiver. Give it to me. You don't have it because I'm not a legal caregiver.
I asked them who explicitly is my caregiver,
You
and
asked?
they said your full legal name to the judge. Yeah,
You got anything in writing?
I asked, and they
I think there's a
they told me where I could
miscommunication.
get it in writing.
Oh, well, I think there's a miscommunication. Otherwise, give
Because
it to
they
me.
put down your name, they put down Cece's name, they put down Dad's name, and
No.
they put down Steph's name.
No, we're not your
And
caregiver by
I
law.
made sure to ask, okay, so
Jeffrey.
how could I disqualify my sister? And they were saying if she lives in the state of Louisiana, and I said, what if she moves out of state? And then they said that that would be outside of their realm
Jurisdiction.
of knowledge. Or
Jeffrey, it's not.
yeah.
They might have been talking to you about your caregiver. They're using the word loosely,
No,
but it's not legal.
It is.
Okay, well, get the document. You're so full of crap. I've never seen the document. You always said I'm your caregiver. The lady that did your Social Security disability said we are not.
So she didn't do the paperwork, she has no idea
She
about
said
any of
that
this.
that's not what she does. She doesn't handle that. She
So
does
then you
stuff
did it all on your own
myself.
and you got us to be your
No,
legal
I went
caregiver.
through Dr. White and them and
No, she wouldn't have said
social
we're your
services with
legal
them,
caregiver.
and you have to
They
request
can't
through
assign
them,
somebody as a legal caregiver without
and the
telling us.
counselor for
They
goes
cannot.
through
We would have an
social
opportunity,
services,
we would have
and then
an,
it goes to the appeals office for that.
Jeffrey,
And apparently that's how they handle it.